Everybody asks how I'm always in a good mood. Oh, like everybody's sad, so why aren't you? Man, what you do? Cause you seem cool and I want that too. But they try to drink away the problems with a bottle. Surprised they'll still be there tomorrow. Do you drink wine? Cause that's so classy. Do you get high? Recline the backseat? No, I got something new and I think you like it. You don't need to chew, you don't have to light it. If you feeling blue, this will turn around your mood. This will bring you from a 1 to a 20 over 2. It'll make you feel like you won. So what are we on? We're high on life, staring at the sunset, feel the light. Do you feel the love? Yes, we're alive, side to side, and it feels so right. We're high on time, 25, 8, man, 3, 6, 9. Tell me I'm fake, cause we divine. I'll be fine, cause I'm high on life. I'm high on life. They said that I won't do. Living proof I don't need, and I told you. Sipping juice, I don't drink, I don't lose. And I think and I choose, but you can do you, that's fine. I don't mind if you want wine. I don't mind if you get high. But if you find that you rely on something else to feel alright, maybe you should try to get high on life. Staring at the sunset, feel the light. Do you feel the love? Yes, we're alive, side to side, and it feels so right. We're high on time, 25, 8, man, 3, 6, 9. Tell me I'm fake, cause we divine. I'll be fine, cause I'm high on life. I'm high on life.
Yo, what's up? All right, so listen, I know there's only a couple in here. We're going to get to ripping this because one of my goals this year has, since coming back, has been to break as close to fill time as we can. I know that has its pros and cons. A lot of time I like to give it time, and that will happen. But for now, I'm hoping that we can constantly go live as close to fill time as possible. Also, a quick announcement. Saturday, for the college football playoffs, we will be doing a full case player break for 2024 Eclectic on Whatnot. So come in, every player is going to be starting at $1. It's a large checklist, but we're going to be doing that. It'll take a while to auction. I figure we can have the games on while we do that. Yeah, it'll be a little bit more of a learning experience for me, but it'll be a fun way to go through a full case of 2024 Eclectic football while we watch some of the games. We'll probably start it a little bit earlier. Go live around 11:30, start auctioning players off around like 11:45. Hopefully be able to be breaking by halftime. Like I said, it'll take a while, a few hours to auction those off. So come in, pop in if you can. But for now, let's go ahead and get started on this. This was actually going to be a break on Whatnot, but then I decided after we were live for a while on Thursday, we would save the next time for Thursday. So good luck, everybody. Put this back a little bit. So hopefully you guys fared better in fantasy playoffs than I did. Although I am still in the semifinals in my dad's keeper league, as well as 4 paid Yahoo leagues. I got eliminated in 3 leagues by a total combined 20 points. Less than 2 points in one. 12 points in the other. The worst part was, the big loss for me is I was up, I think, 11 points, and I had Jalen Warren, and they had Kenneth Gainwell. PPR, like, I'm good. I mean, I had like an 87% chance to win, which I don't always like those, looking at those. But like, just looking at it, for me, I was like, yeah, I'm good. I should be good. Yeah, I lost. Kenneth Gainwell had like 7 catches for 70-some yards, couple rushes, just normal BS playoff shit. And it wasn't like it was a small, like that's the one that has you start 3 defensive players. It's a super flex league. What a way to lose. That was frustrating. All right, here we go. Matthew Golden, Jalen Noel, Christian McCaffrey, Justin Jefferson, purple press proof. Oh, that's the worst, Tyler. I know. And I mean, look, someone's got to win. It's just that's not the week that you want to lose by a point or two. Especially on, like, I mean, like, it's like these weird things where Kyle Pitts scored all those points, or like the Seahawks kicker had 24 points. And like, if you played them, you're just like, what do you do? There was a Tyler Loop rookie, Mason Graham, Zay Flowers, Bucky Elite Series, and Michael Wilson, who had a touchdown this week. Tyler Loop, kicker for Baltimore. But speaking of kickers, Buffalo Bills kicker Prater is out for a few weeks. They're only like around 4 weeks, which means Buffalo Bills right now don't have a kicker. So I started looking last night. What kickers are out there? There are none. There are like no kickers out there, not on a roster. It's going to get really interesting now. For those of you who don't know this, Ray Davis, our running back, can kick. He did kick extra points in the preseason. But what I think this is going to do, honestly, is you're going to see Josh Allen out in that field for fourth downs on anything over the 50-yard line. Anytime it could be a field goal or it would have been a possible field goal, we're not going to punt, and we're not going to kick the field goal with a field goal kicker we don't trust. So depending on who we get, there's Vita Vea, CJ Stroud, Tez Johnson, Ayuk, and Doug Williams. Man, on my screen, it looks clear here today. Like, real clear. I don't know if it's the angle. Like, it doesn't seem like I have much glare, which is nice. Tyler, are you in anymore, or is that the only league that you're in? Oh, you missed the playoffs. I was thinking you lost in the playoffs, but you missed it. Yeah, that's kind of even worse. Don't even get your chance. This guy almost tore up the Bills. Travion Henderson, rated rookie, retro. Man, he looked awesome against the Bills, but every running back looks awesome against us for a little bit. Eric Dickerson, Luther Burden, Trey Harris had a touchdown this week, I believe, or was it last week? It may have been last week. Trey Harris. And what's going on with this is the Bears wide receiver Luther Burden, but he may have to step up because Roma Dunze keeps getting hurt right before the game time. Dude, that would have that had to end up screwing a lot of fantasy owners over. It just had to. 10 minutes before game time, I think it was like 10 minutes before game time, I got the alert. Now, I don't have him in any leagues. If I did, I wasn't starting him. And, oh, that's nice, Tyler. I know. Hate being done, you know. Fantasy football playoffs already end 1 week early. Now, these are 3 different blasters. This is a holiday, then we have a red, and we have a blue. But I lost my train of thought here. Shoot. I don't know what I was... Anyhow. Xavier Legette. Oh, I remember. I just saw a Luther Burden card on the screen. Yeah, to go out, he was like ready to go. It wasn't like he was questionable up to game time. He was good. He was cleared, and then he re-aggravated it pre-game. But like they announced it 10 minutes before the game, so people got stuck with him. Unless you were sitting on your phone, watching till game. And I guess that's a lesson in playoffs. You need to, if at all possible, be watching next to your phone or your laptop or whatever, your computer. Devin Neal, he's having a decent season. Jackson Dart. There's a nice Jackson Dart. Retro rookies. Rated rookies retro. That was a nice pack. This is the first year I did Yahoo Money Leagues. They only take the top 4, but last week was a week to get in. So, like, it was like almost... I had to, like, win to get in 3 leagues. So, it was kind of like playoffs. That's how a lot. There's an Ewers. That's how a lot of NFL teams are right now. Like at least this past week, every game's a playoff, right? Like the Dolphins was, the Cowboys was, the Bengals was, the Chiefs was. If they lost, they were out. Now this week, there's some clinching opportunities. Like if the Bills win and the Colts lose, Bills. I think that's all that has to happen. The Bills will clinch a spot in the playoffs. Obviously, teams like Broncos, New England, those teams that they haven't already clinched are going to clinch. It sounds like they're going to be starting Joe Burrow, even though they can't get in. Here's a real thick rookie sweater, Jaden Higgins for Houston. That's going to be going out to Ron Ruppel. Rookie sweater. Has a little bit of red up there in it. Mapu. TJ Watt had a collapsed lung this week. Oh, we got one of those optic rated rookies. That's what I like about these holiday blasters. Matthew Stafford, Rex Grossman, Will Howard, and a Cam Ward. And it's going to be Jaden Higgins. Love these optic red and green. Jaden Higgins, another one for Houston. Ron having a good break. Let's go do the blue one here. The only bad thing about doing the breaks at this time of day is there's less chatter. I like doing them at night more. Now last week we were doing a lot of serial numbers and stuff during the mornings, and for some reason we were able to get a lot more people chatting during that time. Maybe because it was shorter. All right, good luck. Here we go. Chance at a downtown here. Olave. Dante Culpepper in the Dolphins uniform. Christian Benford. Herbert just tearing up. What do we got here? Bo Nix Elite Series. I think Denver's defense is 100% for real. I think any good defense can shut down that Denver offense, though. Like, if they get into a playoff game, it's going to be how powerful is the offense Denver's playing. For example, I think Buffalo can beat Denver. But if you get Denver and Houston together, that's going to be like an interesting matchup between what defense can hold tight. You know what I mean? Matthew Golden there. The rookie revolution, Dylan Gabriel. Cleveland there. Rashi Rice, did you see the hit he took? If you told me, if I watched that play and you told me a player was out for the season, I would have guessed it was Rashi Rice. Man, 2 weeks in a row that dude got hit and run. A lot of people saying the playoffs aren't going to be the same without the Chiefs in it. And, like, I mean, look, there's truth to that. But at the same time, I don't want to see a crappy Chiefs team in there that needs, you know, that, like, hasn't really done much. They just weren't the same this year, right? I want to see a chance for some of these other teams to show up and play out and ball out. I know that, there's an Odunze, Netflix is already projecting they're going to lose about $30 million in ad revenue. I don't know how, if they've already have ad sponsors like contracted and stuff. I don't know how that works, if people pull out or whatever. But maybe it's like their prices are based off of how they do that year before. Shamar Stewart and Jalen Lane. But I guess that Broncos-Chiefs game is already, they're knowing. There's Tyler Shuck. Already knowing it's not going to have the draw. I read a funny comment about it. Someone's like, flex the game to have the Chargers play the Broncos. Someone's like, they can't just make up games. They can flex other games in, which they can on Christmas. That's a whole different world to flex games out of. But we might see that, the possibility moving forward that they allow a game to be flexed out of that. Who knows? Woody Marks, Michael Williams, and Joe Burrow throwback there. Last pack in the Blue Blaster. Like to get a little afternoon case hit. Little Tuesday treat. Mapu, McLaurin, Pittman, Anal Zone, Jamal Charles, and there's a Travis Hunter. There's been just so many season-ending injuries this year. Just so many. And even if they weren't season-ending, just like injuries that took people out for a long time. Like you look at Joe Burrow. That was the start. But we've lost, countless players this year. I would be looking more into that than anything. Like, why all of a sudden are these players dropping like flies? For the season. Not like 2 weeks. For the season. Because even if this injury would have happened to Mahomes in week 3, still done. Micah Parsons, still done. You know? It seems to be happening a lot. Harold Fannin and Abdul Carter. Mason Taylor throwback. The Jets released Alan Lazard today, which doesn't sound like it'd be a big deal. But I think there are quite a few teams in need of receivers. The Bills won't be able to pick them off off waivers because they just used their high waiver claim to get what's his name, the cornerback that decided not to play for us. I wish you could get that one back. Ooh. Do we? Cooper Kupp, Jawan Jennings, Waddle. Bill's got to go get a receiver in the offseason. Tyler Loop. And Cooper DeJean. Do you see what he did this week to, what receiver was it? He just threw that dude. 0 F's given, man. Checo, Chubb, Esiason, Shador Sanders, and another Travion Henderson, rookie revolution. Come on, last chance at a downtown. Let's go. Trey Benson inducted Antonio Gates. It's a cool looking card. Put it over there anyhow. Brock Bowers. Cool Komet. Graham Mertz. All right. Not even an insert in that one. Come on now. Give us last pack mojo here. T-Law, hasn't he stepped it up a ton, hasn't he? Vinny Testaverde. There's the T-Law. Torrey Horton. Quinshon Judkins. Man, it's going to be a Caleb Johnson to close out that last blaster. All right, so we're not going to get a downtown. Let's see if we can get a kaboom here. Kaboom chasing now. I'm going to have to push this back in order to make room for this kaboom box. And then we have our Phoenix box to close, which is going to have 2 guaranteed hits in it. All right. Good luck. Let's at least get a... it's too quiet in here. It feels weird. All right. Let's see. There's a way to get this out here. All right. Here we go. All right. 1, 2, 3. We're going to pull them all out. Come on, kaboom. All right. None left in there. Let's go. All right, we got Odunze, introductions, and Amano Mimbu. Marvin Harrison Jr. How about how Michael Wilson has stepped up this year with him out? Another introductions and Josh Simmons. Trey McBride. There's a Cam Ward and a Trey Harris. Cam Ward's one of those guys that like everyone's down on right now. There might be buying opportunity with him. I mean, they just need to get built around him. Kyle Hamilton, giant potential introductions, and Nick Scorton. It looks like we got a patch here of some sort. Jack Kaiser, Trey Hendrickson, and it's going to be get out of it. Get out of my ass. Jalen Noel. Two Texans patches. Houston Texans getting the only displayable cards right now. If we get a Kaboom, it's definitely going to be a Texan. I can feel it. Derrick Henry, sweet feet. There's the Colts. And speaking of the Colts, they have already announced that Phillip Rivers will be starting on Monday Night Football against the Niners. Travis Hunter there. Andrew Makuba. We have Josh Jacobs, Terrence Ferguson, and Jordan James. Aaron Jones, Kyle Williams, and Josh Connerly. This checklist has some names I haven't seen. Jerome Ford. There's a Brian Thomas Hog Heaven. And a Travis Hunter rookie. Okay, we got Will Anderson, Amon-Ra Draft Diamonds. He was a draft diamond. And Jack Beck. Amon-Ra, he was like a little bit later on a pick, wasn't he? Bo Nix, Trey Harris, Will Howard. Is Will Howard going to get a shot next year? Because there's no way Aaron Rodgers is playing again, right? Luther Burden, insert, and Jaden Blue. Cowboys wide receivers, once again, Pickens just decides not to show up. DJ Moore, Travis Hunter, Nick Martin. Ayuk, Kirk Cousins, and Elijah Arroyo. All right, Cortland Sutton. There's a Jackson Dart Hog Heaven and Ty Felton. Couple Jackson Darts for the Giants there, Matt. What up, Scott? Thanks for just saying something. It's good to know who's in here. All right, now we got to get your Patriots. Let's see if it works. Stroud, Tyrone Tracy, TJ Sanders. Usually it works when someone comments, Scott. Nico Collins, Luther Burden, and Alec Ayamanor. There's a lot of weird Arroyo, Amanaror, all those names. CeeDee Lamb, Introductions Pack Attack, and Nick Emanwari. All right, we're looking for Patriots for Scott. Let's see if we can do it. Walking Tall Introductions and Aaron Smith. You did get a couple Travion Hendersons. Terrence Ferguson. Malachi Starks. Ramondre Stevenson, Pat Bryant, and Walter Nolan. Justin Jefferson. There's a Will Howard Hog Heaven and Jaden Higgins. 60% of the time, it works every time. Come on, kaboom. Tucker Kraft, another one lost for the season. Torrey Horton. So no Kaboom. Our last chance for a case. It comes with a color burst, which you can get out of these. So let's see if we can do it. Sub 20 randoms, you know, it's just kind of like a scratch off. Hoping it was kind of looking for that gem. I like doing them as PYT generally because at least you get your PC cards in. But thought we'd mix it up a little bit. All right, last box. Good luck. If you guys are watching and you didn't hear, Saturday during college football playoffs, we'll be doing a full case player break on Whatnot. Every player starts at $1 for a full case, so could get crazy. Cadre Lambert Smith. There is a Trey Harris for the Chargers out of 125 going out to Trey Forsman. Good looking card. Bijan, Miles, and Fiske. Probably do some more serial numbers later today. We didn't break last night. We had this up, but I didn't think it would fill. It was my son's 8th birthday, so we hung out last night. That was fun. Torrey Holt, Myers, McLeod. There's a Travion. And a Quinshon Judkins parallel rookie. It's a sharp-looking card. Travion almost destroyed us, Scott. My son's staying up late on Thursday to watch the Seahawks game. He has permission because they only have a half a day on Friday. Jordan Love, Big Ben, Tajay, Emanwari, and an Ashton Genty rookie Thunderbirds. I saw a funny video about the Heisman. Like, wait, can't we just give it to Genty since he didn't get it last year? I guess the numbers were historically bad for the Heisman winner, like compared to other Heismans. He had some really nice runs. And Drake May blocking for him, right after we scored too, I was like, uh-oh. This is going to be one of those things where they keep deflating us. Josh Allen wasn't having it. Terry McLaurin contours out of 125 for Washington. Eric Dubb with that one. Oh, that's true. That's much earlier for you. The game doesn't start here till 8:30, and they have to be in bed by 8. So he's getting to stay up real late. Calvin Austin, Penix, Garrett. How about a Paragon Jaden Daniels, sharp looking card for Washington as well there. Should be 2 hits in this box. DeAndre Swift, Ladd McConkey, and Joe Mixon, who never showed up this year. Oh, we got something here. Calvin Ridley. Ooh, Keon Coleman. Ben Roethlisberger. It's going to be Jalen Lane. It's going to be at a 99. Super thick. 3-color for the Washington Commanders. They're all over in this box. I may need to upgrade the top loader. Yeah, I got to go up. This is super thick. I thought maybe it was like a 101 or something. Rookie phenom Jalen Lane. I saw Keon Coleman was in the new Fanatics commercial. Maybe not new. I had never seen it before. I was like, how is he getting endorsements? Jamar Chase, Thunderbirds. Those are cool looking cards. That'd be a neat insert set to have. Baker, Surtain, Trevor Etienne, and Trent McDuffie out of 199. I don't know if you guys saw the interview with Chris Jones after the Chiefs game. And he was like, well, yeah, I mean, I think we still have a shot. We can get in. They're like, no, like, you're eliminated. He's like, wait, we're out? Like, yeah. He's like, oh. Like, it's crazy. Like, they had no idea it was like a make or break game for him. I guess they try not to look at that stuff, you know? Devin Achan killed me last night. Even though he had a less than normal quality game, still got enough numbers to beat me in fantasy playoffs. Curse, Keon, Woody Marks rookie, and Kyle Monangai. Doesn't have a ton of cards out there. Kyle Monangai, that's the first card I've seen of him. Rookie parallel. having a decent season. Last pack, and it does feel like there's a hit in here. Let's go. Oh, thick as well. Kyron Williams, Bo Nix. It is going to be a Travis Hunter, 178 out of 199. Travis Hunter RPA for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Mr. Matt McGinn. Again, super thick. That's a good one to end on. Rookie phenom Travis Hunter. Love it without the helmet on. There we go. Nice one to end on. Let me do a full recap here for you. Tons of sleeved up stuff. Again, I like it more when it's PYT as far as getting excited about that, because at least I know it means, you know, guys are getting their PC stuff. But we had the Manungai. Bring this in here a little bit. Oops, sorry. Manungai parallel there. Trent McDuffie out of 140 or 199. We had the Contours Terry McLaurin out of 125. Genty, Quinshon Judkins, Trey Harris out of 125. Jackson Dart, Travis Hunter, Cam Ward, Shedeur Sanders, Shuck Red Hot Rookies, Rookie Revolution Dylan Gabriel, Cam Ward, Jackson Dart, Travion Henderson, and Matthew Golden. We also had the red and green Jaden Higgins optic. Jaden Higgins swatch rookie sweater. Jalen Noel swatch Christmas swatch, although in different blasters. Not one was a holiday and one wasn't, so interesting. Jalen Lane for Washington, 3-color patch numbered out of 99, and the Travis Hunter rookie phenom out of 199. There we go. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to be doing more later, probably some serial numbers, but again, on Saturday, we'll be doing the full case Eclectic 2024 player break. Every player starts at $1. It's just water. You don't have to worry about me. Scott, appreciate you jumping in and chatting. Tyler, thank you for chatting. I will see you guys later tonight, I hope. All right? Deuces.